Hey guys, Miss Fong is awesome with another Games I Got video for May 2013. So let's get started. We have one PS1 game, one GameCube game, one Wii game, two PS2 games, and a accessory. So start off with the only PS1 game, which is Hercules for the PS1. Disney's Hercules. That's what it's called. And the reason I got this game is because this is the first video game my brother ever played, and it's just really nostalgic for him and me also, because this is probably the first video game I ever saw. I didn't really play it, but I saw him play it, and I just remember being scared about fighting this thing, the Hydra, and it's based off one of my favorite Disney movies, and it's just really good. Sure, the graphics haven't aged that well, but hey, it's a 2D platformer with Hercules, and it's pretty challenging also. So, if you like 2D platformers and Disney games, like Toy Story 2, well, that's not really a good example, because that's like a 3D platformer, and this is a 2D platformer. But, if you like 2D platformers, play this game. It's not really that cheap, or expensive, actually. It's not expensive, so that's a good game to get, at least in my opinion. So now for the only GameCube game in a long time, since Mario Kart Double Dash in like March or something. This game is called PN03. Now this game is really, I haven't really gotten far into it, but I mean, okay, back to what I was saying. You notice that jump cut? Okay. Anyways, this game is basically a third-person shooter made by Capcom, and I don't really know the story very well because I've only gone through like the first two missions of the game. But so far it's pretty good. You get to upgrade your weapons and stuff. It's kind of in the same style of Beautiful Joe, where you like go through a certain amount of rooms, and then once you're like done with those rooms, you get to save and power up and upgrade with points that you get from shooting enemies in different ways. Or not in different ways, but like you get these powers in the game that you can use to shoot the enemies. It's actually a pretty underrated game, a pretty underrated GameCube game, and you'll see another underrated PS2 game later on. But so far this game is pretty good. Can't wait to play it. As for how I got these two games, Hercules and PN03, and another game, I got it from a video game store. They were having a Memorial Day sale for buy two get one free, and I got those three games, and the third one you haven't seen yet. But anyways, great game so far. Oh yeah, and the case, if you couldn't tell, is pretty jacked up. Even on the back it is. It's awful. But hey, I got it for $5, so can't complain. Okay, next we have a successful second game in a series of games I really like. No More Heroes 2 Desperate Struggle. One of the most violent games on the Wii, and it's just a really good sequel to the original game. I'm actually playing through the original right now for my video game challenges. That's probably the last one I need to do, actually. So, I mean, this game is really good. It's a bloody hack and slash, just beat 'em up type of game, where you go around defeating all kinds of assassins, to like schoolgirls to, I don't know, like brats, I guess. Final boss is really disappointing, but anyways, this game is really good with some awesome boss battles, which is what this series is known for, and just a really great sequel to a already good game. Okay, next we go on to the two PS2 games. First one is Ratchet and Clank 1. Now, you might be wondering why I have not picked this one up. when I already have the second and third game already. Well, the first time I played this, I couldn't beat it because I was stuck in the final boss. So then I restarted and I still couldn't beat him. So I just skipped this game and went to the second one, which was far more better than this one. But right now, I'm going to replay through it and hopefully finally beat this game, because I really want to beat all the Ratchet and Clank games for the movie that's going to come out in 2015. If you guys didn't know, it's going to be really awesome. It's going to be in theaters too. That's pretty cool. But anyways, this is a third-person shooter platformer type of game where you play as Ratchet and you have this huge arsenal of weapons. In this game, you don't level up like in pretty much every other Ratchet and Clank game after this one, which is why I think Going Commando is probably the best, in my opinion anyway, the ones I've played. But yeah, this Ratchet and Clank, pretty good game. If you want to get into the series, start with the first one, of course, just like with any game, trilogy, series, whatever. Great game to add to collection. So next we have one of the most underrated 3D platformers I've ever seen, Psychonauts. Now, this game is one of the most valuable games in my collection currently, but I just recently played through the game, and it's really funny with clever comedy and great 3D platforming. In this game, you play as Rasputin, that guy in the middle right there, and you just train as a psychonaut and go through people's minds, and each mind has a unique type of mind. Like, every mind has a different level to go with them. Like, one level you're in a military place, and in one mind you're in a town. That's really weird with weird people in it, but overall it's a really good game, and I highly recommend you guys go pick this up, because it might go up in value someday, because probably not going to make a sequel. I've heard of a sequel, but I don't know. Good game though. Next we have the only accessory, or lastly we have the only accessory in this video, the DK Bongos. Now, these things are only used with specific games, mainly Donkey Kong games, that involve using the bongos, of course. And I got this for $5 at a new flea market I went to, and it's just pretty cool to have one of these finally at for cheap. And basically you just bang on these bongos, yeah, and I think you clap with some of them, I think. And I just can't wait to play some of these games that come with it, like Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys next time. There's my cat. But yeah, hopefully I'll get another review out probably this upcoming weekend, or Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, or whatever day I decide to do it. So, see you guys next time.